I'm a big Josh Rosen fan, as everyone knows. I think I'm more passionate about his career than he is, and that's the truth. He's really gifted though, and he's still pretty young. But man, he can't move or read a defense or get his career out of the gutter. But he's back. He's got another chance. He's in Cleveland. And it seems like this, I mean, if it wasn't Mary Kay Cabot saying the Browns aren't interested, I think this is the Browns saying they're not interested in Jimmy Garoppolo. This seems like the end.
Yeah, this is like the practice squad quarterback that you're going to keep on the roster because it'll be Brissett, and I forget who's the other guy that they have there.
Dobbs, Joshua Dobbs.
So Josh Dobbs. Yeah, yeah, look, I was never sold on the Browns doing this. All the whispers about Deshaun Watson have been, oh, man. That's a shot at Mac Jones too, right? Because that's what he said. His footwork is amazing because he's a tennis player. The thing is Cleveland never seemed like a destination. And everything that we're hearing right now from Watson is 8 to 10 games. And that's going to probably be knocked down after an appeal. If that's the case, you roll Brissett. That's it. That was the plan for them for the beginning. From the beginning. Mm-hmm. Even if you bring Jimmy Garoppolo in on a rework deal, $10, $15 million, you are burning cash for no reason because you're paying Baker Mayfield $10 million to play in Carolina. Yeah. This was never a destination. The only way it would have been is if Deshaun Watson was on an indefinite suspension, meaning at least a year, and then you can try and reapply the old Josh Gordon stuff. We'll figure out maybe if we want to, and then you can decide from there. But from all intents and purposes and everything that everybody's saying, and this is coming from different directions. It's not just Cleveland people, it's people from here. So when they're all starting to say the same thing, and then the National Football League Players Association is like, we're going to sue you for if you give him a whole year. This Watson thing, they're going to give him time served, which is the most bogus, ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. It's not time served when you have a trade request out there and you're getting paid every single dollar, by the way, whatever that is. So we have to pay a hefty fine, 8 to 10 games. You roll a Brissett, Browns are out. Done.
Yeah, and what's interesting is Mary Kay Cabot even said, like, basically she said under no circumstances are the Browns interested, even if Deshaun Watson. That's interesting to me. So people float the Browns out, and the Browns are like, don't look at us. Then Cilio throws the Bucks out, and the first refutation was, I forget who wrote it, but he said, talk to an anonymous scout on the Bucks.
Oh, he was like they're one of their beat writers. That was
he was like, wait a second. If Jimmy could throw a deep ball, he'd have 2 rings by now. So to me, what I'm hearing is that people don't say it because it's like not nice and it's off the record, but the league is down on Jimmy Garoppolo. And I don't think the media quite understands it, just how down the league is.
Well, so, yeah. If you look at the national media today, they're all in on Trey Lance. Well, welcome to the conversation, national media. Like, thank you. Like, it took you long enough to get here. And it's funny. Oh, you're just Twitter guys. You have no idea what you're talking about. No, we follow the team. We listen to what the coach says. We see how they move. They traded 3 first-round picks. What took you guys so long? With the Browns, it's just, look, it would have to be something where Watson wasn't going to be there for a long time. But, again, man, you can rework the money, but they're still – so here's the way that I really knew. I believe it's I want to get it right. Steve Weish, not Sam Weish. Sam Weish was the coach for the Bengals. It's
right, Steve Weish.
Right. Steve Weish put out a tweet that I felt like was the final nail in the coffin before this Josh Rosen thing. The Browns, even if for the year, because his base salary is only $1 million, if he was out for the year, they're still paying Deshaun Watson because they turned it into bonuses. That doesn't count against the cap. Okay?
It's still cash, though.
But it's still money out. It's still money out. $10 million to Baker Mayfield to play over there. You're paying Jacoby Brissett. $10 million more for Jimmy Garoppolo? I mean, look, the Browns are dumb for trading for Deshaun Watson and giving him a guaranteed contract, not knowing what was going on. Yeah. But they're not that dumb. And again, look, and people hate when I say this, but I'm going to keep reiterating it. Jimmy Garoppolo is better than Jacoby Brissett. But Jimmy Garoppolo is not $15, $17 million better than Jacoby Brissett. No. Jacoby Brissett and Jimmy Garoppolo, this is how you know there's not a game changer here. If Jacoby Brissett was the quarterback, they'd run the ball 40 times, play defense, and try to make him limit his throws. If Jimmy Garoppolo was the quarterback for Cleveland, they would throw the ball 40 times and limit his throws and play defense. What would Jimmy Garoppolo offer them that Jacoby Brissett couldn't? Okay, he could make an extra throw or two, but the idea is to not let either of them make throws and have them make throws. That's the thing. It's like, look, he's better than Jacoby, but he's not that much better for that much money. And people don't like when I say that. He is better.
And if you
Jacoby.
can't win a Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo, then what's the damn point? Like, we're
right.
That extra whatever, what is that getting you? What are you paying for?
And you might win one more game with Jimmy Garoppolo. And also the AFC is stacked.
Yes.
Their own division is stacked. People forget Lamar Jackson still plays football. Pittsburgh's really good. The AFC West is stacked. Cleveland isn't necessarily ready to do anything until Deshaun Watson shows up, even with Brissett or Jimmy Garoppolo. So that's the thing. It's like the Browns never really felt like an option when you go through all of these thoughts.
Timothy Diamond Production says, how can I get on the show? I feel like once we get Jimmy G out, we will be able to sign Debo. Trey will be great. Every weekend I do the Cohn phone. It's easy. You just there's a little link. You call in and you'll be the star. Timothy Diamond
Cohn phone coast to coast. Maybe one day we take a bunch of callers. People roast us both.
That's a good idea. Absolutely.